Welcome to the Solemn Vanguard channel. Today we have another deck skeleton. Again, if you're new to Premium, you don't quite know how to start building these decks. These skeletons will guide you with a starting, skeleton. And then you can start building and improving from there. These are not built to be the perfect list. They're just great ways to start playing a clan in Premium and get you on the way, essentially. Special thanks to Nomen for this skeleton in particular. And let's check it out. So first of all, in the G zone, we have 3 Denial Griffin. This is the G-Guard. This is the reason Kagero exists. This was the first G-Guard where suddenly you could start popping your opponent's field. People got so angry when it was shown. Very strong disruptive card even to this day. Then we have 1 Defeat Flare, which basically does the same thing but only back row. And it only works when your opponent Vanguard attacks. So it's a bit more situational, but sometimes it can really ruin your opponent's day. Then we have 1 Ractome. You know, sometimes you just gotta discard and draw and hope for some kind of answer, but it's not really used much in this deck. Then we have Ziegenberg. This card has definitely seen better days, and if you're on a budget, you could definitely just get the Premium Collection strides. They're quite a bit better in many situations. This is a bit more niche. Then we have one of the most annoying G-Guards in the game. This thing gets so huge. Here we have Drachma. Sometimes you just gotta cheese that win. However, it's not all that necessary. Again, if you're on a budget or you're new, you don't have to get a Drachma. In my opinion, it's one of the worst Seraphs, I would dare to say. Unless you're, of course, in Nubatama. That's an entirely different story. Then we have 2 The Purge, which is a stride that will just get a bunch of drive checks. This is again niche. If you are on a budget, you can just get 1 and that's it. And we have Gilgal. This will blow up the field while attacking, but it will also make your strides free, so this is definitely a good pickup. Then we have 3 of the Premium Collection stride. This is probably your best stride. The 2019 one. 99% of the time, this is the stride you'll be going for. And then we have the new stride, which just blows up a field for free. It's definitely not the most impactful one, but it's a good niche thing to have, so I would definitely pick one up of those. Now, for the grade 3s, there's basically 2 ways to look at this. On the one hand, you could play 4 of the new DX and just go balls to the walls, just nuke your opponent. However, the Legion is still basically your best finishing play, so trying to balance that is very hard. Luckily, you have enough searchers in this deck, so it's not the biggest deal, but you know, you could definitely rebalance it. If you really want to go ham with the standard plus list, you can run 4 of the new guy. Now, one thing you can change, you want the green boy, the other Overlord. It's gonna be your Legion mate. It's gonna be everything you want in life, so you will need 4 of that. Sadly, it's quite expensive, but you know, that's what you sign up for when playing Overlord. Then we have 4 Berserk. Just a free +1. One could definitely argue to cut this if you don't have the budgets. It's no longer the most impactful card, but it is just pop something, draw something. You can even pop a Huang from something like a Murakumo. It's definitely not bad in that regard. Then we have Dekat. This is a very, very good boy. Dekat will essentially turn on a Morfessa skill, forcing your opponent to guard with more cards, and this way they can not just go PG and end your turn. They will have to start dropping extra cards. Then 4 of the new Triple R. Honestly, the grade 2s in this deck, apart from the cut, aren't like the biggest impactful ones in my opinion. In general, you're still gonna win off either your Legion turn or your instant ride-up, and then it's your Vanguard doing all the work. Then we have 3 of the Conroe Searcher and Counter Charger. This card is so major. Try to pick it up if you don't have it yet. It's just really hard to power creep out a card that does so much for so little. Then we have 4 Airmo, which has been a staple in Kagero ever since it came out, essentially. Then 3 of... I don't actually know the name of this one. Was it a promo? Jesus fucking Christ. Well, if you're a Kagero fan, you probably know this. But then the card that we actually care a bit more about is Lava Flow. This will search your grade 3s, and so this together with Conroe essentially ensures that you will always have whatever you need grade 3 wise, and that is what the deck is all about. Overlord wants those grade 3s, get those restands, do some little disruption G-guarded plays, and that is the deck. It's a very simple, straightforward deck, and if you played in standard already, it's probably the easiest deck to just get into going into Premium because it does the exact same thing with a few more steps. Finally, as you notice, this is probably the first deck skeleton where we're not using draw PGs. This deck just goes ham. So we're running 12 critical triggers, all with effects. The Sentinels, the Stride Fodder, and the Go to Soul, all very good. This deck tries to go ham and win fast. That is all. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, and I will see you soon. Ciao.